Good morning, good day, and good evening, listeners. I'm James Merrill of the Popcorn Ready podcast, and today we'll be reviewing the 1917 film, which is a 15-rated movie lasting 1 hour 59 minutes long, with the scenes being shot around the UK, including places like Glasgow and Salisbury Plain in Wiltshire. It is a drama World War I film which in 1917 two soldiers are in a race against time to save 1,600 men from the enemy's deadly trap. The director is Sam Mendes and it stars Dean Charles Chapman and George Mackay as Lance Corporal Blake and Lance Corporal Schofield. Starting off, it has been nominated for many BAFTAs, Golden Globes and Oscars, with a whole heap of awards coming its way. So overall, the film has been greatly received through the audiences and the critics alike, with the most common praise going to Sam Mendes, the director. He does an absolutely beautiful job in directing the camera angles and the cinematography for this movie. Some of the real wide scoping shots in the really long unedited scenes create a lot of tension and suspense as the movie goes on. It almost transports you into the environment of 1917 in World War I, travelling from the trenches all the way through to enemy territory and so on and so forth. It really feels like you are going along the journey with the two Lance Corporals, which is a really good effect to have. I'm really pleased Sam Mendes directed this film. I think it's a good break-up from his James Bond movies, which, he's been mainly doing the last few years. Another load of praise must go towards the original score and music of the film, which really helps set the scene and build the tension as the story unfolds. The visual effects team also deserves good praise in the form of the costume and the special effects of the scenes, creating this movie to be a solid all-round performer, ticking a lot of boxes. For me, the actors, Dean Charles Chapman and George Mackay, I really don't think they're getting enough credit on this one. I think they really provide friendship, fear, and more importantly, courage, which just oozes out of the cinema screen about what they were going through in their daily lives. I think it's really uplifting for the audiences to see just how close those two were together as friends, and how even through slight disagreements they still come together for people other than themselves, which is what World War I and every world war is about. The greater good, the people they're fighting alongside, and the loved ones and people back home. My favourite scene in this one is seeing both the corporals travel over the top and into no man's land. It really provides an eerie sense as you're following them in to enemy territory and the German trenches. You really are left on the edge of your seat in thinking what on earth could happen next. So as you can see, there are so many positives about 1917. My only couple of negatives really are the trailers they showed on TV and also in the cinemas beforehand did kind of give you a glimpse of most of the action sequences with like explosions and whatnot going off, which I think does portray the film as more of an action film than actually the drama war film it actually is. So if you're expecting an all-out guns blazing film like Saving Private Ryan, you may be disappointed. And secondly, the night scene in the war-torn city. It feels to me like Lance Corporal Schofield running away like he does under gunfire and whatever doesn't seem too realistic. I think they needed to have somehow incorporated a bit more sort of stealth tactics sort of approach. Especially as, he's not even running in between buildings. He's literally running along walkways and actual open areas, which would mean he would be easier to hit with stray bullets. And he's not even firing any shots back with his rifle. Lastly, a slight more focus on the script could have meant more tugging of the heartstrings as you go through the movie, which I know is what it wants to deliver to the audience. But these are only a few minor things, so on to my ratings. Is it sweet or is it salted, people? As you can guess from the largely positive comments about 1917, I'm giving this one a 8 out of 10. Please follow, share and subscribe the channel.